Hey guys, and welcome back to the Natty Blueprint podcast. This is episode 38. It has been a couple weeks, a big couple weeks, a very, very busy few weeks to say the least.
Yeah, busy
Stressful
for one
few
of us.
weeks.
Busy for
Um,
one of us, but not the other.
well, I'm sure you've been busy, bro. I'm sure you've been
I mean,
busy. All
busy
that
doing
football,
life.
all that
Yeah.
football.
I won football, so that's a good start to the podcast.
Get
Finally
in.
won 3-2, and we're now three positions up in the league, which is good.
Decent,
We're never
decent.
gonna never gonna come first. I'm probably never gonna score, but one day, one day.
One day.
Yeah. How is things? It's obviously a very different episode, a wrap up, a busy September, which is what your post was.
Mate,
I'm
it's
quite surprised I made the cut in that post, to be honest.
yeah, I didn't realise you only get 20 photos.
I'll do. Oh, sure.
When you
I don't
do it
think
on
I've.
Instagram now. It's better than
I
what
don't.
it was because it used to be 10, I believe. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So
sorry, people. I am eating a meal as well.
Max is post prep, getting his chicken and veg in, as always.
Beef
So yeah,
moose.
obviously Max is now post prep. What a season! Not just for you, but obviously the boys as well. So it's been a pretty busy one, and I think obviously not to blow smoke up your ass or make your ego any bigger. But obviously, doing what you do, I don't think a lot of people realize in terms of not only prepping other clients or multiple clients, going up and down the country whilst also being in a dog end of prep as well. I don't think a lot of people realize probably the stress it takes. I remember me just competing whilst having my own clients. My clients aren't even at the show, like let alone being there. So yeah, hats off to you, Max. I don't think there's many coaches out there that could have done that. So I think yeah, need
It's
a pat on the
been
back for that one.
it's been a challenging few months, let's say the least. Like, I'm not gonna sit on here and be like, oh, it's been easy, like time management, and all that stuff. Like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not easy at all. And it's definitely made me rethink next time I do prep, like the potential of maybe going at a different time in the year.
Okay.
So maybe doing like looking at what shows my clients are doing, and maybe doing away from that. So maybe
Push
at the
them on
start
or
of the
just
year
before.
rather
Yeah.
than later,
Yeah.
because later in the year, from pretty much from like July to October, it's just show, 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 and it's just been like this month has been ridiculous. Like I think this month alone, I've been to 5 shows in the space of 3 weeks.
Multiple countries,
Yeah, yeah, and
flights,
Scotland,
driving.
Ireland,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, going from where was it was a show on Saturday, wasn't it? And then you went to Scotland on a Sunday. Where was the to and fro? Was it up in Birmingham sort of way?
So Wolverhampton,
Okay.
which is about a 4.5 hour drive from here. Obviously, I competed, Dylan competed, and then it was another 4 hour drive. No, 4.5 hour drive to Scotland, 5 hours, because
Jesus.
we actually had to book a last minute hotel just outside of Scotland. Well, no, outside of Glasgow, which was an hour away from Perth, where the show was,
Yeah.
because we physically just couldn't go any longer. Like
Oh wow.
we didn't
Dead out.
leave Wolverhampton till probably about 7 p.m. at night because we went out for a meal, done the drop like majority of the drive up, and we were both like we were all just like,
Yeah.
yeah, let's
The
just
thing
get.
is, like, being at the show all day in Wolverhampton, you're like riding on the high of the stress and like all that, and then the show finishes, you're gonna have that dump, you're gonna just want to crash. And then the next thing you know, obviously you've had a meal or you've gone out or whatever, and then all of a sudden you're in the car. It's like, well, let's go again. So yeah, I don't blame you. It's probably a smart move. Probably wouldn't have been wise to keep driving, whoever
I had
was
3 hours
driving.
sleep that night. Bearing in
Was
mind I'd
that?
just come out of prep.
Yeah, so that was the day you finished prep, wasn't it? Pretty
It was
much.
the day I finished prep. Had 3 hours sleep because I wanted to get to the boys' Airbnb for when they woke up to see them in person and set the
Yeah.
plan of action. Mate, I was cooked. And
Well,
then all day
to
at the show, obviously
go
watched the boys compete. We didn't leave the show till I can't remember what the picture said on my phone. Maybe again that was like 6 p.m. And we did a over 8 hour drive from Scotland all the way back down to Kent. got home at 3 a.m. in the morning, and then I had 4 hours sleep because I woke up the next day to make sure that Dylan,
Was you at
Owen,
work
and
on
Tom was
Monday?
set for that day.
Was you at work on Monday as well?
No,
I was gonna say that
no.
would not have been wise.
But I still got up, done my steps, had my meals, everything was set. Admittedly, I did have an off-plan meal that night, but that was macro track. That was the
Yeah.
off-plan burgers that Kate made. Um, yeah, mate, what a fucking whirlwind! What a
Gee.
whirlwind!
So yeah, that's what you consider coach mode 110%. That's like going above and beyond. And I think if you're a client that's competing and your coach is obviously there's a fine line between how many shows a coach can physically go to in their life, but the fact that you've gone literally up and down the country for the boys, I think that speaks a lot. So
Not
yeah,
many coaches do it.
no,
And do you know what? Like I said to Kate, and I'm tired of being super humble about it because like not many coaches do it. Not many coaches go to their client shows. Like they'll have other things on, or they'll
yeah,
prioritize themselves. This
yeah,
prep, I have not prioritized myself one bit. I have been at every single client show when I have been in the bin, in the dog ender prep. I've
yeah,
stuck into everything that I need to. Like I've stuck to everything I need to. I've screamed at my clients on stage. I can't hear anyone else in that crowd, bro.
yeah,
And like
yeah,
I don't want to sound arrogant when I say this, but there was other coaches at the Wolverhampton show that had clients in the Scotland show.
yeah,
They were not there in Scotland on Sunday. So I'm like, I don't want to sound like an arrogant prick,
yeah,
but I also kind of want to say like, not many people do it, and that's why I've been posting on my stories. Actions speak louder than words. Everyone loves coaching. Everyone loves helping people.
but are they willing to do the do
No,
to support the people that they're literally essentially paying you for? Especially like, for example, Owen, he's a lot younger, he's not experienced all that before. I don't know whether he's even gone up to Scotland with essentially a bunch of random lads, um, which is obviously he needs you there. And I think he put a post out the other day as well, like essentially thanking you, like could have done it without you, sort of thing, which is true. So yeah,
yeah,
pretty wild, and it is a shame. Like it would be nice to have, no matter what your coach is doing, for them to at least be there, like even if it's just for the show, like
yeah,
as you step on stage or something, not necessarily behind all the scenes. And obviously, you're there doing all that as well. Obviously, with my show as well, you was quite literally behind the scenes as well. So yeah, I think it speaks volumes, and I think that's probably why the boys have also done so well because it's literally they've had someone in their corner pretty much every step of the way as well. So yeah, it's been a madness,
like
which
people
is
don't realize the background work in it either. Like Owen and Tom have been checking in daily for the past 10 weeks.
yeah,
10 weeks, and they get a response within minutes.
yeah.
So that's me working a full-time job and also studying for a degree, but then
And
also
I
waking
can
up
imagine
early to make sure that they're good.
yeah, I can imagine those boys are waking up early. You're up super early just to get a response. Well, not just to get to a response. You're probably naturally waking up at silly o'clock still anyway. But I remember when I was in prep, it was like sometimes I'd be up at 4 a.m., message you at 5, and I've got a response in like minutes. So,
Yeah. I've purposely set my alarm so I can reply to you instantly.
yeah, yeah. Well, competitive coaching is obviously its own complete just head
Yeah.
spin of a niche, but obviously you do it because you love it.
And that's because I just generally love it, mate. Like I
Yeah,
generally do love like coaching and helping people.
yeah,
And yeah, like we've said, actions speak louder than words. If you're willing to do crazy stuff, you like you'll get the results from it. And my boys this year, like including yourself, have done extremely well. And I can't say that I've every time one of you guys have been on stage, you've all looked fucking mint.
yeah,
You look fucking sick. And that is the main thing, right? Like,
yeah.
yeah, all the trophies, all the placings, all the world's invitations is brilliant. But the main thing is we've been super happy with the
Yeah,
package
it's
we've
it's
presented
it's
on
coming
stage.
away with like like for me, it was well above what I wanted to achieve. Maybe not well above, like it was. to the point where I was like, wow, I did that kind of thing. And I'm sure Dylan can say the same thing. I'm sure Tom can say the same thing. I'm sure Owen can say the same thing because, yeah, they've been through the ringer. And so have you, to be fair. I don't think you'll be competing next year, that's for sure. Have a
No,
bit of time off.
no, I need a few years, and like I need a few years just to grow, and that's all I've
Yeah.
learned over the past couple of weeks is like the open bodybuilding standard, just well, natural bodybuilding
Just
standard in
natural
general.
bodybuilding is just ridiculous at the moment.
It's silly, bro. It's
Yeah.
silly. And I just need more time. Like I'm still very young when it comes to the open class. Like I haven't got that mature muscle in certain areas yet. That just can get absolutely skinned.
Yeah.
Like yeah, I had peeled glutes. My lower half was peeled. Parts of my upper body was peeled, but I'm never gonna have that striated tricep or those crazy
Yeah.
like chest striations yet. So I just haven't got the muscle.
Yeah. So I'm assuming you've got somewhat of a plan. Is it going to be like 2027, 2028, beyond?
I'm thinking 28.
Yeah.
I'm thinking also 27 doesn't make sense because of the amount of people I've got competing that year. I would just have another year like this where
Yeah, I'm going to assume pretty much everyone that's competed this year will want to be going again 2027 and maybe not next year.
I think Tom wants to go 28,
Okay.
um, and potentially Owen.
Yeah.
So
Thing is,
roughly,
Owen could probably do it year to year at this point
yeah,
and still be absolutely fine.
yeah. The thing is with Owen is we want to come back and be like a ridiculous junior,
Yeah, be like,
like
wow, like look
just
at that.
silly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. And I think he responded pretty well in the short time you had pushing up with him anyway, and he probably grew into the prep, which is absolutely insane.
he did grow.
Yeah, mental.
He's the only person I know who can grow in a deficit. All right,
Absolutely mental.
Owen, if you're listening to this, bro, tell you what, lock in for the next 3 years, and you'll
Yeah.
be a stupid junior. Like
Yeah.
he was a crazy team, but
Yeah, I mean, what's the junior cap? Is it 22,
23 and under,
23 and under? So he's got like 4.5 years pretty much. What?
mental. Like what are we doing wrong?
Oh man. Is his like family into bodybuilding?
No,
I think I I think you might have posted a picture or a story. I think I remember at my old work I want to say he was like a builder or something, his dad. I recognize his dad and the surname, but I didn't put two and two together to be like, oh, that's his son.
yeah,
So
no,
I don't know,
they don't train or anything.
just
Owen's family are lovely, by the way.
yeah.
Like one big props to Owen and Tom is their families came up to Scotland with them,
Oh
and
wow,
that
that's
is
sick.
massive. Like
Yeah,
those two boys had like it wasn't a massive show anyway because the PCA finals was on the same day.
yeah,
But those two boys had so much support behind them for that show. It was ridiculous.
that's good.
There was probably like 12 people there supporting them.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it was
It's a
such a
nice
good week.
memory as well, like going all the way up there, having all your family there. Your last show as well. Like
Yeah,
it goes out on a high,
yeah, for
which is
sure.
nice.
Like
Yeah.
you know what it's like when was it UKFBA? You had quite a lot of people there for
Yeah, I
you.
had Louis, one of the other boys, and just obviously all you lot as well.
Yeah,
I think it was David, you, Katie,
James,
James,
Mr. Likes It Hard Linford.
Rosh. Like obviously he was there for other people, but like it was just a nice big crowd. Even at the second show, to be fair,
Yeah,
like when we was all just chilling there, like it was just a nice big group of us, and it
yeah,
just made it so much better.
yeah,
So yeah,
exactly. It does make a difference. Like when people are on stage and supporting you. It's like it's unfortunate. I had a good crowd at the UK FBA for me, but the rest of the shows it was only like one or two people. So obviously, like David's there as well, but you can't really count David because he's filming and he's like working, so it's not like he can like shout.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, I suppose right. I'm going to get into a little bit of a prep wrap up because I have got a few questions as well.
yeah,
Um, so take it back. When was the last podcast? Right after the WNBF. I was in peak
yes,
week, wasn't I?
yeah,
Okay. So leading up to the UK FBA show, obviously I got leaner. I dropped like I think I said I dropped like 3 pounds from the start of each peak week. So from the start of the Ireland peak week to the start of the UKFBA peak week, I dropped 3 pounds. Looked absolutely mint throughout that peak week, and we were just increasing food. I was getting harder, I was getting sharper, and I think I posted those photos on the day of the show, and I was like, "Fuck, I've never looked like this in my life."
Yeah.
I was really proud of the way I looked. Um, and the day went on. Had meal one, no bowel movement. Had meal two, no bowel movement. And you know when you can start to feel food just sit in your stomach?
Yeah.
Just went on and on and on. Meal four, no bowel movement. Mate, it
And
got to a
then
point where I
probably
was
because
stood
you're
up.
aware of it, you're stressing about it, which is then
Yeah,
not going to help your bowel movement.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was at a point when I was backstage, probably about from 3 hours out, I was stood up, just wiggling and just moving trying to move my midsection to get something
Yeah.
because I could feel it, right? And I just completely like stressed myself out to oblivion before I went on stage. Went on stage, the look was better than PC Island because I was harder and I was fuller,
Yeah.
but my midsection was completely washed. I went on stage in borderline discomfort because it felt like I just needed to go for a shit, basically, which was fantastic.
Just what you want when you're on the
Mate,
stage.
you know when you've got like trap wind?
Yeah.
Imagine trying to do an abs and thigh with trap wind.
Yeah.
I was on stage in discomfort,
Yeah.
and I came off stage so frustrated because not because of the placing, because I didn't place, and that I
Yeah.
shouldn't have placed at all. Like, I will actually reiterate this in the podcast. If I was 100% and this didn't happen, I still wouldn't have placed because they were ridiculously good guys.
But it's also
Um,
how you feel whilst you're on stage, because it almost ruins your perception of it as well.
yeah,
Because you're like, I wasn't enjoying that because you was uncomfortable or whatever it was,
yeah,
which is obviously not nice.
yeah. So it completely just threw me off. Yeah, just like midsection didn't feel great. I completely butchered my routine, like started it wrong and just everything. Like there's a video of me in my routine. I go for a side tricep. I kind of like wobble a little bit when I'm trying to get into it, and you just see my face, and I just look miserable, bro.
Oh
Like,
man.
so yeah, I wasn't happy with how I felt on stage. Like looking back at the footage now, it didn't look too bad.
Yeah.
Maybe
It's just
maybe
where
if
you
you
was at in your head during that moment,
yeah,
which
and
just
I saw
will tarnish it,
photos.
unfortunately. Yeah.
I saw photos and some shots look good, and then a lot of my shots where I'm crunching down on my midsection, you can really see like just
Yeah.
this watery kind of film over my lower abdomen, which is not a strong area for me anyway,
Yeah.
because I generally just don't have lower abs. I only have fore abs. Um, so yeah, anyway, that happened. Woke up the next day, super watery. 5 days out of the PCA. Super stressed, obviously, about being watery, heading
Yeah.
into another peak week. Had to
TMI, but
run.
did you manage to go to the toilet?
Yeah, that day I did. Yeah.
Okay.
So the day after, standard.
Not when you want it.
Yeah. So yeah, that happened, mate. Monday morning, woke up super watery, and my skin was really pliable as well. I don't know how to describe it, and I've got a video that I'm not going to send. I might show you next time I see you, but I'm not going to
Yeah.
put it on the podcast because it's disgusting. But I'm literally pulling my skin. Like imagine this is my stomach. I could
Yeah.
pull it out to like here. It
Jesus.
was the weirdest video, and I sent it to AJ. I was like, "Bro, what the hell?" Like, I'm pulling my skin out. It's like really pliable. It's like I feel like it's like I've got stretchy. It was like loose
Yeah.
skin.
That is very strange.
It was really odd. So yeah, we managed to kind of sort that out for the PCA. I had to run a few days of baseline, drop the water off, and then
Yeah.
feed up pretty hard on the Thursday and Friday. And then obviously
Which is probably not going to do your digestion any good because you're
no,
pushing it in a shorter window.
yeah.
Yeah.
But luckily, on the show day morning of PCA, I managed to have a bowel movement, which was
Nice.
brilliant. And to be fair, the morning of PCA, I kind of knew where I stood anyway because the UKFBA just taught me that. So I was like, right, this is probably going to be my last dance of the season. Let's
Yeah.
just have some fun and enjoy it. And that was one, the best look of the season, and two, the best I felt on stage.
Nice.
And I kind of knew I was like, right, if I don't come top three. I'm not going to do the finals the next day because there's no point, and I'd rather drive up to Scotland and be with the boys for
Yeah,
their final show. So again, like I suppose taking it back to coaching, a lot of coaches would be selfish and just do a British finals the next day if they. And
yeah,
I got the invite, but I chose
yeah,
not to.
yeah,
Um, so yeah, went on stage, really enjoyed the PCA. I'm still waiting for the actual photos back for that, and so I'll be able to kind of post them. But yeah, it was a good prep. I'm glad I called it when I did,
yeah.
especially with
'Cause I know
how
you
my
was
body's responding
considering
now.
doing. It would have been another one this weekend.
I
Yeah,
would have done PCA. Oh, if things went, I don't know. I would say I don't want to say if things went well because things did go well. I produced my
yeah,
best ever looks. But let's say if I was more competitive, I probably would have had another one, like had a bit more fun this weekend.
yeah.
But I just kind of knew with the way my body was responding in that last peak week, like with the skin thing, and
Something
I'm,
was just a little bit off. Yeah,
yeah, I'm like, this is not right.
it's been a
And I,
long prep. You've been busy with
yeah,
coaching in general and life,
yeah,
traveling up and down. Like it's never, like, unfortunately, it's going to be one of those things where it's never going to favor bodybuilding for the person doing it,
yeah,
and that's unfortunately a byproduct of doing what you do specifically and trying to manage your own prep during the same time. So, would you say, let's say 2028, 2027, whenever it ends up being, are you going to purposely kind of either not have as many clients competing at the same time or at all on the year?
I will still obviously. First of all, my clients come first.
Yeah,
One thing I've realised this year is I'm a better coach than I am bodybuilder, and that's not to say that I'm a bad bodybuilder in terms of what I do, because
yeah,
I live bodybuilding, like I eat, sleep, and breathe it. But I understand my genetics. I understand
yeah.
where I currently
I think
sit.
that's important as well. Like, I'm never going to be the biggest person. I think you can say you're never going to be the biggest person, and we just kind of have to accept that.
Yeah,
Otherwise, you just fall into this like weird delusion of like, oh, I'm gonna start like smoking people. It's like you're not. Like,
no,
unfortunately, it's just how it is. For example, looking at Owen as he is at 18, did we look like that at 18?
yeah,
No.
exactly. And don't get me wrong, people can work hard and produce really, really good looks. Like,
Yeah,
for example, Tom, I wouldn't say Tom's a genetic elite,
yeah,
but he responds very, very well and he can make a lot of progress.
yeah,
And don't get me wrong, I can make a lot of progress, but I'm just like, what did I prefer this year? Did I prefer actually the physical thing of being on stage or putting that my client on stage and watching them achieve their goals?
yeah,
That's what I prefer more. And it's just kind of solidified that kind of passion for doing that.
yeah,
And just helping people in general, like reach their potential of things that they didn't think they could ever do.
yeah,
So, yeah, I think my next prep, I will definitely prep again, and I'm training. I'm doing everything that I would do
Max,
to prep
Max
again.
is not retired.
No, I'm not. I'm not retired, but it would definitely make me rethink potentially going earlier on in the year.
Yeah, just to make it more probably efficient for you, and then in turn probably the clients. As much as you gave 100% to the service for your clients, you could probably say there is maybe some more to give if you wasn't in the depths of prep, and
Yeah,
that's just being realistic with it.
a
Like,
hundred percent.
you,
And
you
it,
might have a little bit more energy. You might like something might have been more positive for them because maybe as well. Obviously, I can't speak for them because when I was on stage, you wasn't in the depths of prep at that point. But maybe subconsciously, they might be like, "Oh, do I tell him that because he's in prep as well?"
yeah,
That might just be a natural thing, and that's
yeah,
just a part of it as well. Because they're like, "Oh, Max is also in prep. Does he need to know this?" So,
yeah, 100%. And I think as well, like it takes away it. I don't want to say it took away from my prep because that makes me sound very selfish, but like I'd wake up in the morning and I'd reply to check-ins before I've even checked in myself.
yeah, you just can't be as present, but that is what you sign up for,
Yeah, for sure.
fortunately. But it allows you to learn from it as well and kind of maybe think for next time, be like, okay, I can manage it slightly different. So, like I said, you can be more present in your prep and also potentially be more present in theirs as well.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
100%. But like, I don't want to sound like I'm being very kind of negative within my prep.
yeah,
Like, my prep was fucking awesome, and I'm so glad that I did it. And what I what I look like on stage this year, I have never ever looked like that. I've never reached that level of conditioning. I can truly say, hand on heart, that I have been peeled out my brain. Um, glute lines to heavens.
Yeah.
So
I think you got
I've
that feedback, didn't you? That was like your
glute
strength of your
striations.
physique was glute
Yeah,
striations.
your physique strength's glute striations. I'm like, no
That's
shit.
it's usually the last thing to come in, and yours is
Yeah.
like one of the stronger points, which is pretty mad.
Yeah, so I'm very, very happy with what I've done this year. I'm very content. I'm very fulfilled. Now going through a really weird kind of patch with my physique, where I think my body has gone, okay, yeah, time to chill out now.
Yeah.
So to give people a rundown, post show, I had 2 bites of a cookie dealer, absolutely shit. Wouldn't recommend. Roshin, if you're listening to this, mate,
Oh man.
terrible. Absolutely terrible. Um, Gave the rest to David and Kate. And then we went out for Indian that night. Mate, terrible idea. Terrible
I
idea.
mean, an Indian.
I
I
know.
wouldn't be going for an Indian post prep.
But in my head, I'm like, oh, let's just go for something that's not going to be like really shitty. Like I was like,
I
I don't
mean,
want to
there's
order a
that side of
Domino's
it,
or
but
anything.
it's like all the spices and the
Yeah,
oil.
yeah.
Like it's just,
It
yeah,
fucked my digestion.
yeah.
The next, like the BNBF show on the Sunday, I could barely eat, bro. I think I had a cookie, um, a pack of pineapple and a pack of mango, and then a pack of like the ready-made chicken.
Jesus.
That's all I ate all day because my digestion was absolutely in the
You would
bin.
have probably been better getting something like a Five Guys
Yeah,
because it's
probably.
just a bit more compact. You're probably
Yeah,
going to pass it very quickly.
yeah. It was a
And
silly mistake.
yeah,
And then Monday got back, pretty much had my rest day macros, so tracked my macros, went no carb all day, and then Kate cooked some homemade burgers in the evening, which was very, very nice. And that's the best thing I've had off plan
nice.
since prep. And then since Tuesday, 100% on it, militant again, haven't had a bite off plan. So, and I'm 9 pounds up.
I mean, I don't think that's terrible. I don't think that's terrible.
And I look like shit.
But that's the thing, like you've not added on 9 pounds of body fat.
No, it's impossible.
Yeah.
It's impossible, but I look like shit.
Unless you
Oh,
had like
also, whilst we're
six
talking about
servings of curry then.
yeah, whilst we're talking about bowel movements, I haven't shit since Monday.
You know.
Today is Friday.
I think like it's something that potentially without obviously going into the depths of your bowel movements, but I think from man to man, I think you should get that checked out.
If it doesn't sort itself out, I will. I'm
Yeah,
gonna get
like
blood work done in probably 8 weeks' time.
yeah,
There's no point in me getting it now because it would just tell me I'm fucked, and I know I'm fucked. Like I feel fucked.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, that's the post show special at the moment. I'm a water buffalo, look like shit. And the worst part is I look like I've been binging off plan. Do you know what I mean? And my scale weight says that it's like, oh, this guy's been binging. When I've been
Do you know
like
what you probably would have been better off doing?
binging.
Actually being.
I know. I'm like,
At least you
Jesus
could be like,
Christ.
oh, I fucked up there. But it's like, I've done everything right and I feel like shit.
Literally.
That's probably
Like I
worse.
had to say to AJ in my check-in this morning, I was like,
I
mate,
promise I'm not lying.
I've literally been 100% on the tee, like not even a mouthful of anything off plan. And I
Yeah,
didn't go crazy. I told him literally everything I ate on the days. Obviously, I spoke to him after my show because he was there. And he was like, right, just obviously finish prep. We'll catch up when you're back from Scotland. Just kind of don't be a twat and just kind of wing it a little bit in terms of nutrition and make sure you're, getting your protein in and stuff. And that's
yeah.
what I did. And it was eat. I didn't go crazy. But yeah. And then I checked in on Tuesday. Didn't look too bad. Looked a touch watery. And then
Yep.
yeah, just since then, bro, it's just been
What
not great.
about training?
Training has been phenomenal.
Are you sore?
Hugely sore.
There's
I
that to
can't
play
move.
as well. You're gonna be holding inflammation, holding water. I don't know what your baseline food's at now. I'm assuming it's a fair chunk higher.
It's 2.9 on a train day, 2.7 on a
Yeah.
rest day.
So there is a push up plus what your body's also dealing with. So obviously I don't need to tell you that, but
Yeah.
it's just to kind of try and
Yeah.
bring
Mate,
that kind of
I lost my head this morning because
yeah.
I like weighed myself Tuesday. I was like, that's a bit high, but it was probably going to come down once stress and I've actually got some good night's sleep and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Next day up. Wednesday again, another pound up. This morning, 2.5 pounds up. I'm like, what the
it's just
hell is
it's
going on?
yeah. The thing is, it's like obviously you've dieted a lot more times than I have, but it's not easy, even if you're aware of what's going on, because it's just like I feel a little bit like shit. I don't really like how I'm looking. Some things aren't making sense. I still feel like shit. Everything hurts. I'm on plat. Like, what's going on? And it's
Yeah,
just, yeah. Maybe for your own sake, like stepping on the scale just a little bit less, maybe
yeah,
every other day, just so you're not. But that could also make your head spin a bit more because then if you're missing a day, then maybe it's 3 pounds up every other
yeah.
day.
I think I'm just gonna keep everything the same and just see how it
Yeah.
goes. But yeah, that is the
The
update on
yeah,
me.
the body will settle though, and you know that. Like it just takes a little bit of time. Like your hormones are tanked, your
Yeah,
body's stressed, and
and
it's
my
just like
resting heart rate has gone up 10 beats per minute.
exactly.
So to me, it's just like my body is
You're
just
probably gonna get ill
cooked.
as well because everyone
Uh,
gets ill.
yeah, yeah, probably. I'm just gonna double up on my vitamin C now.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, unfortunately, that's the only kind of negative side of this week. But I'm looking forward to having a little bit of flexibility again. Got a rave book for next Saturday, which I am buzzing about.
Nice.
So time to have a little bit of normality now.
Yeah,
But it
you
is
got
disappointing that I couldn't do those last shows, and especially the MBW as well. I really wanted to do that show, but uh, in my head as well, I was like, if I'm not going to be competitive, why am I continuing to diet and continuing to keep myself in an unhealthy position?
yeah. Because
To
you already know what you want to improve as well, so you may as well
yeah,
start that. Obviously,
yeah,
there is a line between because you could always improve, so you could always say, "Oh, well, there's no point competing," because you
yeah,
just want to keep improving. But there is that kind of cut-off point where you're like, "I'm happy with what I've done. Let's just try and improve now," which I think that's where you're at. So
yeah. My heart would after the UKFBA show. Um, I was kind of like, right, these guys are fucking very, very good, and I just need to take time to improve. And the PCA show, I was like, okay, well, I'm in a height class. We'll see if, I'm probably, well, in the UKFBA show, in my class, I was probably one of the tallest guys in the class and also one of the youngest as well. And I was like, well, with the PCA show, probably still going to be on the younger side compared to everyone else, but at least everyone in my class is going to be around my height, and we're
yep.
probably all going to be very similar. Then this German guy turns up who's 107 kilos on stage, peeled out of his brain at
What?
6'5". Mate, I saw him. He ran in the pump up room 5 minutes before on stage. The whole pump up room just stopped and looked at him.
It's like game over. Did he win?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Do you know what as well? He won, and they called third, they called second, and he started walking to first place before they even called his name. Because he was that
What a
good.
scumbag.
He
It's
just
like,
knew.
yep, that's me.
Yeah, literally. And he was very, very good. And
Yeah,
I was just like, I'm nowhere near the caliber of these guys.
yeah.
So I need to improve, and that's what I did.
My man was aura farming, just walking up to
He
that
just
podium.
well, to be fair, he won the overall at the British finals the next day and won a PCA Pro card. So the
There you go.
geezer is ridiculous.
Very good. Yeah.
Very, very good.
Yeah, man.
So
Wow.
right,
Oh,
should we get into some questions?
yes, because
I
I'll
know you've got to shoot off soon,
have
so
to skippy dippy. Right. Oh dear, my phone's blown up. That's good. We have got. I've just got loads of your comments. Um, here's a good one from Carla. She has said, "Why did you choose Max as a coach? Did you know each other before all this?" Kind of, sort of.
do you want me?
So
Do you want me to tell you a story? And you probably won't remember this. The
I
first
think
time, the
I
first
think
time Denny actually replied to me was during lockdown, and we actually had a
yep,
bit of beef
we did.
because I can't remember what I posted. I think it was about like, oh, if you can't pay your
It's
gym
about
membership,
memberships, yeah.
yeah,
I
it's like
was gonna bring
support.
that up because I didn't know whether you
Yeah,
remembered.
no, I remember that, bro. And we had a bit of beef, and then it
Yeah,
was like calm, and
yeah.
then all
I
of
think
this,
we quashed it like pretty much immediately
yeah,
anyway. So yeah, we started off with beef. I think we followed each other for a little while anyway, just through like mutual friends, etc. Had a little bit of a beef, and then I think I signed up with you hilariously after this said beef.
Yeah.
Just at the end of lockdown, I think it might have been, or towards the end. It was
Yeah.
coming out of home workouts slash into the gym for a brief period. I can't remember how long it was. It wasn't very long at all, was it?
So a couple months, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a few months in. Then went off and done my own thing for a fair chunk of time, and then signed up 101 weeks ago.
Yeah. Mad.
101 weeks ago,
Mad, isn't it?
which is pretty mad. So yeah, we kind of knew each other. I think how you approached me is when I signed up to LRF at the time, wasn't it? And I
Yeah.
think we trained together a couple of times, and then or trained with Andy at the time. I think
Yeah.
grabbed a few sessions, and then he was like, "You should compete." I was like, "Nah." Next week, you should compete. Nah. And then I think like by the third or fourth week, I was like, "Yeah, fuck it, let's just do it." And then I
Let's do it.
signed up.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. I poached him. That's how I
yeah,
got
he
in his
poached me.
head. I added the seed.
Yeah, so that is how we met, or our love story.
Yeah. Always a good one.
Right.
Josh Dandy, songs you got on repeat as of recently. Benson Boone, Beautiful Things, because that was my stage song.
Um, Based off your YouTube video, I've got Logic, Inception.
Good song.
Yeah.
Mate, old school Logic is just
Oh yeah.
unreal. Carlos asked me a question. She said, any areas of your physique you will put more emphasis on in your following off season? Chest, delts, arms,
Top
midsection.
line.
Yeah. To be fair, that was a focus of my previous off season, but we have looked at slightly different approaches now in this off
You've
season
got
to try
upper,
and
lower, delts and arms.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Repeat A and B.
yeah,
Yeah.
train more frequently. We're gonna push the volume up as well on my chest. So rather than this kind of like top set, back off set approach, potentially going to like 3 sets, doing a higher rep set first, and actually doing 2 sets on the same weight,
I,
which
ass-
already gone.
I assume the thinking behind that is just drive a bit more blood flow into it first, as
Yeah,
opposed to fatiguing just from a
yeah, and also
sheer
just
load perspective.
better mind to muscle connection. We're also going to play around with the idea of doing straight sets, which is like, for example, you'd do 1 set and you'd get 10 reps, and like maybe that might be a 1 or 2 RAR, and then you'd do the 2 back off sets to failure. So you're accumulating that volume over time,
Okay. Yeah.
but also not absolutely trashing your CNS. So
Yeah.
again, we're just going to play around with certain methodologies that I haven't incorporated to that type of training.
Yeah.
I've always
I
done
think
like that 6 to
I
9,
think the
10 to
beauty
12.
of no matter what you do, by having some sort of novelty to it, one, it's a little bit more interesting potentially. So it's like, oh, let's try this. But I think just having novelty within stimulus, it might be a little bit bro, but I think there is some merit to that. So I think it's a and the thing is, if it doesn't work, as
Go
in
back.
you're not either not enjoying it or you're like, no, I can't recover or whatever it is, you can just flip back. Like it's
Yeah,
not the end of the world.
yeah. But the
So
thing is, I think it's like cool. I've done a 3 year off season. My chest has improved, but not as much as everywhere else.
yeah,
So what can I do to change that? And I also looked at my kind of pressing frequency, my volume that I drive towards my chest, and I'm like, well, there's a couple of things. I'm going to touch my chest every single press as well with whatever I'm doing.
okay,
So I'm larger range of motion, more volume, more frequency, and just see how that goes. I'm
yeah,
trained within a kind of a higher rep range as well.
yeah. It's strange, isn't it? Like out of like the top line for most men, chest is always that lagging area.
Yeah,
But every bro trains chest. Like
yeah,
you'd think it'd be one of those sort of bits on the body where it's like, wow, he's got a massive chest or whatever it is. Obviously, that just kind of shows you that not necessarily doing more is always the option, but obviously then if you've not done as much, then you can obviously push the boundary a little bit with it as well.
yeah,
So
yeah. So yeah, I'm excited. Like the last 3 sessions have been good. It just means I've got to train 3 days in a row, which I just know by that 3rd day when I get in an off season, I'm going to be pretty trashed.
yeah, yeah,
But then it's only delts and arms, so I can kind of get away with it.
yeah, it's not a massive one.
Carlos also asked, overall, are you satisfied with your competitive season this year? Do you wish you had done more shows? Yeah, like I said, I am very satisfied. I produced a look on stage that I never thought I could. I got into condition I never thought I could. Do I wish I could have done more shows? If I was good competitive, I felt that I had the drive and the heart to do more shows, I would have done that. Um, but yeah, it was just a lot to handle. I knew that. Imagine trying to do the Scottish job, going up to the BNBF finals, and I was still in prep. Like it would have been such a difficult thing to manage.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, I'm very, very satisfied.
yeah.
Dylan's asked, "Have you pooped yet?" Answer to that, mate, is no.
Oh God, not good.
um, I got a few
Do-do-do.
from Roshin. Also,
Yeah.
Roshin sent me those AI things that I sent you this morning, by the way.
Oh, it was him.
Yeah, and also he messaged me saying, "Well done for my season," but he's upset he was never going to see the glute spread. And so I sent him a picture of my glutes from the PCA, right, at the old stage, and he was like, "Oh, this has got posing trunks on." I was like, "Well, I'll leave that for you for safekeeping." Next day, I get an AI picture of me on stage with no trunks. Bro, it's absolutely brilliant. I was like,
Oh
that is
God.
just amazing.
You should just post it, like, yeah, this was actually me.
Yeah, I was like, remember that time I went on stage with no thong? No posing trunks.
You left it behind. I
Um,
got one from Rosh, which is
go
kind
on.
of fitting. How do you handle digestion issues with food volume or when food volume gets high? Or I guess just food in general, because food volume is higher in a diet
Yeah,
generally. But by just default, it's high in an off season.
yeah,
Me personally, I don't think I've ever struggled. I think there was a brief period pre-prep where I had like 2 or 3 weeks where I was just like, everything's in the bin. But touch wood, luckily I don't struggle at all, really. It's one of those things where I'm like, it's pretty sound all year round. Maybe I'm lucky. I don't eat like a knob. I tend to eat the same things, but you could eat as clean or as sensibly as you can, and you still struggle. So it's just one of those things where try and identify the root cause, work around it. Simple things that you can do is obviously not just guzzling down on water whilst you're eating. Make sure you're chewing, walk pre post meals, and pick foods that you digest well. If you're still running into issues, do what Max does and go get checked out.
slam a load of fibre and hope for the
Yeah,
best. Or just
yeah.
aloe vera juice and apple cider
The thing
vinegar.
is, like, obviously, you could have too much fiber as well, which is what you need to look at as well. It
Yeah,
can just not make things good. So a lot of people are like, oh yeah, just add more fiber. Like I get it with my clients. They're like, oh, X, Y, Z with bowel movements. The answer isn't always add more fiber because
no,
they can actually make it worse.
100%. I usually say like 25 to 30 grams of fibre per day is usually the sweet spot for most people.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, but yeah, like if you're having issues with digestion, troubleshoot it. So
yeah,
find what is causing the issues. Like for example, with Roshin, it's probably your kilo of water, mate, in your oats that's causing digestive problems. So
and your cakes and your
yeah,
cookies, like there's
just
probably
look at like what meals you're volumizing and just ask yourself, why am I volumizing these
yeah.
foods?
Do you need to
Do
like
you need to?
yeah,
You want the body to still be hungry, and this is what I say to a lot of guys in the off season: is like they come out of a diet and 6 7 weeks after a diet they go, oh, I'm still hungry. And I'm like, good. Like I want you to be hungry. I want you to
yeah,
be able to, if you're telling me you can't eat anymore and you're 6 7 weeks into a gaining phase, good luck when you're six
yeah?
seven months in
Because
there.
you've got 12 months ahead of you. Like
Yeah,
you ain't pushing that. It's one
exactly.
thing like it's more so like scheduling with my food. I've never gone, do you know what? I'm sick of food. My food's been high, not stupidly high, but I can quite comfortably just get the food down because I'm quite happy to change my food choices as well if I need to. Like
Yeah,
if oats aren't doing it anymore and it's I'm sick of oats or whatever it is, just change it out and make it so you still enjoy the food as well. Like if you're just not enjoying the food, there's no point.
yeah, for sure. I
Obviously,
think
there is a fine line to that because part of what you're doing is you just need to suck it up, like get the food down you.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
Same with when you're dieting as well. Like you're going to be hungry, deal with it.
yeah. Yeah, but look at your food time, your meal timings as well. Like, are they crammed together? I usually say you want at least kind of 2.5 to 3 hours between meals.
Free minimum,
I
I'd
usually
say.
say, yeah, mine are all three, 3.5.
Yeah,
But I would say that like at a push, if you had to, you'd want at least 2.5.
yeah,
Um, have a look at that. Uh, yeah, it should hopefully sort itself out if you troubleshoot the process and find what
yeah,
you need to. And another thing as well is maybe dropping down. a certain amount of meals. Like
Yeah.
if you're having 5 and you're finding that you can't, your body's not kind of digesting 5 well, just drop down to 4. Like,
Yeah, or even if it comes from like a scheduling point as well, like let's say you've got 5 meals scheduled in, and sometimes you're missing meals and cramming meals together. It just doesn't make sense for you to have 5 meals. You're better
yeah,
off just making sure you're getting them in so the spacing is a bit more regular, and that can just help with things because a lot of everything bodybuilding is routine, like sleep, digestion, bowel movement, what time you're having your meals, what time you're training. If you're training at all different sorts of times as well, it's not actually going to help. Like it does sound like a little bit too much nuance, but if I completely changed my day and I started training in the evenings, I'd probably run into some issues because my body just isn't used to doing that. I
yeah.
eat 1 meal, two max, and then I train, and that is me. So yeah, lots to
Um,
look at, but
Roshan's asked, what's one food you'll never give up, no matter what?
oats.
Yeah, cream of rice. If you could invite 3 people, alive or dead, to dinner, who would they be?
Alive or dead?
Alive or dead? This is not really a quick fire, and Denny's got a call to go to in a minute.
Yeah, I need to jump out of here very soon. We'll wrap up on this question.
I've got, right, let me see if there's any quick fire
If
ones we
there's,
can do.
yeah, go on.
If you had to live off one meal forever, what would it be?
Oats.
Yeah, cream of rice, whey, berries, dark choc, banging.
Yep.
Um, has bodybuilding changed the way you treat people outside the gym? No.
Outside the gym, though. Like if you're a knob,
Inside the
you're a
gym, yeah. Fucking hate everyone.
knob.
No, I wouldn't say it would have changed how I treat people outside the gym.
No, coaching has probably expanded my depth of how to speak to people, but
Yeah,
not bodybuilding itself.
communication in general.
Yeah,
Yeah. What's your proudest moment in your bodybuilding journey?
first show.
First show. Um, I would actually say my proudest moment is just. Ooh, I don't want to turn it into coaching. Like, obviously, stepping on stage like with Tom was
Us.
fucking cool. Like,
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
really cool. Like, if you told me 6 years ago when I started coaching that I'd be stepping on stage and being with a client on stage and just having a good time, like
yeah.
that was sick.
Maybe we should all go into bodybuilding just
Yeah,
one
just
year and just all go on
and then
stage together.
all of you can smoke me. Why not? Why not? If you could change one thing about bodybuilding competitions, what would it be? Uh, Probably just I would like them to be organised because some shows are
Yeah,
not as organised as others.
consistently organized
Yeah,
because from show to show, I've not been to a lot of shows, but even from what I've heard, you go to one, even if it's the same federation, it just changes so much potentially, and it's just that lack of consistency, especially for a first timer. If they haven't got their coach with them, it needs to run smoothly. The person needs to know what's going on because it is a very strange thing. So yeah, just probably the consistency in the organization.
yeah, and I'd also say as well, just some of the money grabbing elements to it that are just silly.
Like tickets if you're a competitor, like come
Yeah,
on,
yeah,
why can't I watch the show?
yeah. I'm competing in the federation.
I've paid, I've travelled, like I'm part of this show.
Yeah. Do you know what I like? I like the one person backstage thing. I think that is perfect.
Yeah,
I
it
I
makes
don't.
sense. It
Yeah,
makes
I
sense.
don't like the you have to pay for a coach pass or anything like that because I feel like that if someone's like, for example, you go to a show and you've got your mate with you or your girlfriend with you, you're not going to pay money to have them backstage with you for a coach pass. But
Yeah,
then all the other competitors, their coach might be there because they've got 3 guys in the show. They'll pay for a coach pass, and technically they do get a little bit of an upper hand,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
Versus the one person. Yeah,
yeah, I
doing.
think the one person backstage with you is should just be a
Yeah, yeah.
standardized rule. But yeah, that is all my questions, mate. I suppose you've
Lovely.
got to jump off,
I
so
do.
I will quickly do the outro.
Go for it.
Right, people, thank you for listening to the Natty Blueprint podcast. We're really going to be pushing these podcasts now, and we obviously need your help to do that as well. So if you have listened to it and if you've liked it, drop a like on YouTube, drop a rating on Spotify, share it on your stories. We're going to get to that 100 subs, and remember,
We're very close.
we're very close, and we're also going to do a giveaway, £100 supplement voucher giveaway. So if you want that, if you want to be in the draw for that, make sure you subscribe. Send this podcast to everyone, including
Your
your
nan.
mum, and make sure make sure they watch it. All right, people. Thank you for listening, and we'll catch you soon. Cheers.